The Walking Dead Dead City Season 2, Episode 1 revealed Ginny's ability to speak again, which is a significant step forward for her character after everything she has been through. Ginny originally appeared in Season 1 of the series as a little girl Negan is caring for. While she doesn't have any connection to other characters in Dead City at first, Maggie soon agrees to give her a home at the Bricks in exchange for Negan's help finding Herschel in Manhattan. However, due of her intense feelings for the erstwhile antagonist, she leaves in secret to pursue him in New York. Ginny never speaks in Season 1, however this changed throughout Dead City Season 2. In the season opener, she spoke twice to Herschel and Maggie, demonstrating that she can in fact speak again. However, she is still not as verbose as other characters, with her statements being brief and to the point. Nonetheless, Dead City Season 2, Episode 1 established this as a significant alteration in her character, especially considering its connection to her overall plot in the show. Because of a horrific event in her past, Ginny remained silent throughout Dead City Season 1. As it turns out, this incident was the passing of her father, who was the one person she could trust in the post-apocalyptic world. Before the events of Season 1, she eventually learned that he was a zombie, since he had been brutally murdered, traumatizing her. After learning where she lived, Negan began caring for her and developed an understanding of her selective muteness due to her history. She doesn't know at first, though, that Negan killed her father after he and 4 other men robbed and severely abused his wife, Annie. After learning about Ginny, he made the decision to begin caring for her in exchange for leaving her an orphan. But he never told her the truth, and they became so close that she went to Manhattan alone to look for him. Negan understood her silence while tending to her, in part because he was trying to atone for his actions and felt bad about them. Ginny doesn't say her first words until the very end of Dead City Season 1. She gives Negan a hug when she meets him, Maggie, and Pearlie in Manhattan. Negan informs her that she must return to the Bricks with Pearlie while he stays to assist Maggie. She begins speaking to him and begins with the words, "I want you to." But he interrupts her, acknowledging at last that he killed her father. However, he provides no further explanation for why he intentionally creates a rift between them in order for her to return with Pearlie. For the remainder of Dead City Season 1, Ginny remains silent, but she voluntarily returns to the Bricks. It is decided that Maggie will be caring for the young girl going forward after she returns with Herschel. Her new surroundings are also intended to help her recover from the loss of her father and the discovery that Negan was his murderer. The months between Seasons 1 and 2 demonstrate how much she has settled in, and she is now in the safest place she has been since before her father passed away. Ginny speaks a few sentences to Maggie and Herschel in the first episode of Dead City Season 2. Her few remarks demonstrate that Maggie has assisted her in starting to recover from the tragedy of her father's death, even though she isn't much more communicative than she was at the end of Season 1. She is returning to Manhattan, this time with Maggie and warriors from the New Babylon Federation. Thus her narrative is far from ended. Although she has recently been more vocal, her character development is still ongoing in the program. Ginny is gradually beginning to recover from the grief of her father's murder and the anguish of discovering Negan killed him, as seen by her recent ability to speak more. It highlights how she has begun to recover at the Bricks, but it also leaves room for more development as the series goes on. The Walking Dead Dead City will have a greater opportunity to continue examining how much she will begin talking in the future now that she will be returning to Manhattan. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.